I'm I'm taking a break. You know, I'm just finding training really hard at the moment, and I'm really struggling. And that is what an absolute wuss would say. You just got clickbaited, dude. What I mean by I'm taking a break is I'm having a deload week. And if you don't know what deload week is, I'm going to tell you what a lot of bodybuilders and competitive lifters do. They do their training in training blocks. So they'll do anywhere between 4 to 8 weeks of very hard training, pushing their body to the limits, training really hard, training consistently. And then they'll have not a week off, a week in the gym where their volume might decrease, their intensity might decrease. And this is to give their body a little bit of a reset to come back stronger. For myself, I've been going gym for the past 8 weeks, consistently, 5 times a week, training heavy, pushing my body to its limits. So my body is naturally going to be feeling fatigued. Even though I'm having rest days, my body will still naturally be fatigued. So having this deload week, where I'm still going to the gym, going a bit lighter, maybe not doing as many reps, maybe not doing as many sets, it gives that body a little reset to come back stronger. So in this video, I'm going to take you through my push day deload session, and I'm going to tell you a little bit of a story that happened to me the other night, which isn't very nice, but I feel like it's something I want to share because, like I said before, any experiences I have, I want to be honest with you lot, because this was an experience I don't want anyone to go through like I did. But yeah, let's go make the oat bowl. If you're enjoying this content, we are trying to hit 100 subscribers, so please drop a subscribe and like the video if you're enjoying this weekly content, because I know I am. Let's go. So the other day, I went out with my mates on the, what's the date today? The 29th of September, I went out with my mates, just having a leaving drink. Someone's leaving work, moving job. And there was 5 of us. We went to just a bar, just a random bar, like a student bar, just for like a laugh, a few drinks. And had a really good time. All I had was 3 drinks. I think I got there at 20 past 7. And then I left there at like 20 past 9. So I wasn't even there for too long. And then I left, and like as I was walking back, I was cold, like really cold. Like everyone else said it was a bit nippy, but I was freezing. But yeah, then I got back to the flat, and I started to cook my dinner because I still hadn't eaten yet. I started to get like a really bad headache, and I started to go really blurry and dizzy, like I was going to pass out. And I was like, I've only had 3 drinks, like, I can't be drunk. Like, I don't drink a lot, so I couldn't understand if minimal alcohol affected me. So Grace was on her way anyway. I rang Grace and said, how long are you going to be? And she was like, what, why? And I was like, I think I've been spiked. She ended up coming round, but I said like a 10-15 minute period where she weren't coming, like she was on her way still. So then I went to the toilet, and as I went to the toilet, I've like not blacked out, but like my body just failed. I just ended up slamming my head onto the toilet. That's how I got that cut there, and I've got a little bruise there. Yeah, then Grace came round and I was still on the toilet. And she took one look at me and my eyes were very dilated. If you don't know what dilated means, like my pupils were very big. But I was just like very tunnel focused. Like, I've never done drugs before, like ever. And it felt like if I was to describe a feeling of doing drugs, that's how I feel. So then Grace ran me a bath because I was really cold and I wanted to heat up. Ran me a bath. I got in the bath and even like this hot water was still freezing. At this point, she's rang my mum and like said, "We think Lynn's been spiked, so what's happened?" So then we dialed 999 and they said the ambulance was on the way. At this point, Grace got me out of the bath, got me some trackies on and got me a hoodie on, just so I could sleep while I got into bed. And I was like still really cold and then getting really hot. But then like it took a really bad turn for the worst. I got into bed and I was just really shaky, really bad headache. Like I was going really hot, really cold, and it was like, I was quite concerned. Then all of a sudden, it was like I lost the ability to speak. Like, you know how speaking comes very naturally? I couldn't, I really had to think about it and try to force the words out. I remember how it was like, so imagine I'm trying to say this sentence, "Hello, my name's Liam." It was like, "Hello, my name is Liam." It was like that. It was like that type of voice. For ages, like I couldn't speak, and like Grace didn't know what was up. Like she knew something was wrong. So she called my mate. They just kept looking after me till the ambulance came up, and I wasn't getting any better, which was quite bad. Like I was really scared for my life. I overthought it. I thought I was dying. Like it was really bad. And then my flatmate came back to check on me because they went out. I haven't really got emotional speaking about it yet, but looking back on it and thinking about it, it's actually quite bad. So they're there with me, and they're just looking after me, asking if I'm okay, like checking my heart rate, checking my breathing, and then at about midnight on the night, the ambulance rocks up. 3 people, like 3 doctors or 3 emergency service people, rock up to my flat. And they see me, and I can't. Like my eyes have been shut for the majority of this. All I'm relying on is hearing. Like I can't open my eyes at all, really. And yeah, they rock up, and they come in and start asking me questions like, "Liam, are you okay? Like, have you taken any drugs or anything, or done anything you shouldn't have?" And I was trying to get my words out, and I was like, saying, "No, I haven't. Like, I haven't done anything." And what was aggravating me even more, like I felt angry anyway, but because I couldn't speak, it was making me angrier and more agitated, which therefore, like, it probably didn't make my headache worse, but in my head it felt like my headache was 10 times worse than it could be. So when the ambulance came, they saw us in a bad way again, asked me questions. I couldn't really speak. When we told them I hit my head on the toilet, when I had a little mini fainting incident, they thought maybe I had a stroke or maybe I had like a brain injury. So they were giving me like pain relief to try and ease the pain, and it just wasn't helping, making me like more angry and more frustrated. which I didn't understand. Got put in a chair, rushed off the hospital, and while in the ambulance I was having gas and air and everything, like basically getting high, like from it because I was in that much pain, and then that just knocked me out. I woke up in hospital, like being told you've had a brain scan, your bloods are fine, your white blood cells are a bit high. That was really it. And my first thought was like, oh, where's Grace? Because she came with me. She was there with me the whole time, so very grateful for her. And it's not until I did a urine test that they actually found out what was wrong. I had very high morphine levels in my body, which is quite concerning. That's my deload session done. I would want to go into more detail about like what my deload week is, the benefits of it, but I feel like this story is more important. I had a lot of morphine in my system, which is obviously a pain relief, which I got given, which explains why the morphine I was getting when I was in my flat wasn't really doing anything. Like, it had really no effect. Like, it didn't knock me out. It didn't give me any more pain relief or anything. Just really, really shocking, because something I could never, ever think that would happen to me actually happened. Because I've recently lost my dad, not very recently, but like a few years ago, but 5 years in February, I was quite scared I was going to like die. It's just my brain overthinking at the time, but that's what I was really scared of. That experience is something I never want to go through again. Like, no one should ever have to experience that. And just when you are out drinking at the pub, doing whatever, just keep an eye on your drink, keep an eye who's around you, be wary. Because like, I only had 3 drinks, I wasn't drunk or anything, I'm not even tipsy. And I had my drink with me the whole night. So whether I got injected or whether someone put something in my drink or anything else, I had no idea about it. How easily they can do it without you even knowing. And I'm just so glad I left when I did, because if I was out in public like that, it would have been so much worse. I was just so glad it was an enclosed space. Massive thank you to all my mates and my girlfriend that night, because it wasn't nice to see, but without them I wouldn't have been okay. I'm sorry if this video this week is a bit crap and a bit more of a serious one. But like I said in my videos before, I want to share my highs with you and my lows with you. And at this point it was a low. But I've tried to do it in a format where you can still see a bit of Jim. Physically, I'm okay. Like mentally, right now, it's like I'm really anxious and I feel on edge. And like, I got invited to go for a drink again tonight with a few of my mates. I had to say no, because I don't feel comfortable being out. Quite scared it would happen again, which will go after a while, but right now it's in the back of my mind. It felt like I was possessed. Like, if I could describe it, it felt like I was possessed. Thank you for listening to this story. If you watched the whole way through, I get it weren't nice to hear. Subscribe if you're enjoying the content, because I'm loving it. I'll catch you next week with another video. Bye.